All right, so I'm about to give this a try. As she mentioned in the Geom project, will be the first one I'm going to try out. Apparently, that's Ornlo Gov. Apparently, so that's 23.185. Hang on, me ORNL. Hope I'm doing this right. 23.185. Is that a point zero? Hang on, I gotta get a better look at that.
Mapping of genomes.
No, not the comments. Okay, so there's 0.0.4. Okay, good. I just had to get a closer look. Get out of that. Get out of that. Okay, so 0.0.4. Okay, let's start. Oh, what do you know? Seems like this app does work, huh? Interesting. That's the first one, everybody. If you're wondering what the app I'm using, it's Network Analyzer. Basically, when you first download it, it'll show you everything that you're connected, your devices can, what network you're connected on when you first check it out. And then when you go to tools, you can actually put in the domain name and the actual, IP as just what I just did. So, as you see here, you see this constant connectivity, and you even got noise harassment as to clue you in that this is bothering them. How about that? Let's try the other one. And I hope this thing is recording, are you? Oh, yes, you are. Awesome. Okay, let's try the next one. So that the first one that I put in was the human as she got there like, well, I think it was like ornl.gov. That was the first one. As you see, they are connected. So let's try Pantheon. Hang on, I wish I could just copy and hang on. Okay, so go back. So okay, Pantheon.io slash 23.185. 0.2. Okay. Let's just keep it to the ping. Start. Interesting. Same thing. I'm gonna leave a link to a video that gives a basic explanation on what this app is. Mind you, it is a robotic automated voice, but this person obviously knew what they were doing. Again, the app's name is Network Analyzer. And wow. Okay, so that's 2 confirmed. Let's try the next one. And don't eat fast food, people. Stop seeing that junk. It's repetitive, inappropriate. Well, yeah, inappropriate. It kind of is them advertising food that basically, is unhealthy for you like that. Oh, check out the channel Men 101. He has great content. I remember there was there was one little image that he had posted up yesterday, and it was very stupid that I think it was Fox that was doing this. It was CNN. It was some newscast or agency that was trying to say this. A meth lab blew up and killed some criminals, right? And they tried to say criminals died due to COVID causing explosion. It was like COVID causing explosion or something. It was dumb. It was really dumb. But like that's how bad the news is getting. That's exactly how bad it's getting.
Genomics.
So Miss H Space P, I'm definitely grateful for all that you have done. I'm pretty certain a lot of TIs out there feel the same way. But at the same time, like if we do, like it's not that I'm not willing to go to court with this. It's just that if we do go to court with this, everybody, you gotta expect that they're gonna, really try to railroad the shit. You gotta expect that they're gonna try to basically, buy for time, give off lame excuses, all kinds of stuff. That's exactly what they're just gonna do. They've done it before, even with evidence that is way too obvious and way too telling. That's the main issue that we're dealing with, and we got, this is something that the people needs to see, so that they know this is indeed happening. Because you can't really put too much trust in the government, and the people who are in the government, they actually probably are most likely fighting for us. They're dealing with a whole bunch of stuff themselves too. They really are. Okay, so the next one is Linux Foundation. Let's try that one. In fact, let me leave that up. Stay up. Go to here, and there you go. Look at all of that. This is by the sec. This basically catches them connected to you by the second, everybody. In case you're wondering. The time is 9:59. Now it's 10 o'clock. Saturday, July 25th. Just felt the need to definitely get that date down. Okay, so let me go back. Clear that. Okay, Linux Foundation. .org. Hopefully I got enough film time to get this done. 23.185. Okay. Interesting. Same thing. I think I'm gonna share that video that she made, and I'm gonna have this one attached to it. Sorry if you hear that beeping noise. That's my that's the 35-minute Rife frequency playing. But I'm laying on top of the thing playing it as I'm detoxing right now. That's usually some of the routines that I do to try to get this stuff out of my system. Now, the only reason why I even had any side effects earlier of their BS technology is simply because I screwed up on some parts of my diet, but I've long since corrected that. And speak of the devil, you see that the Ritz down at the bottom there? That's where I screwed up at. I was buying Ritz crackers because like I was trying to stay away from the processed foods, and then I realized when I looked at the ingredient list, Ritz crackers has high fructose corn syrup in it. By the time I realized that, like, dude, I had like a huge box of that. So I'm fighting away the side effects of what I had eaten. So I'm getting rid of that, and I I got, if you're wondering, saltine crackers, they're fine. Regular, I forgot the actual name. They usually come in like a baby blue and white box. But those type of crackers are fine. They don't have no high fructose corn syrup in it at all. But the Ritz, stay away from that because that stuff does have it in it. Okay, let's try the next one. If this video does stop for any reason, oh man, I would get a pet, but not until maybe if I'm ready to go off grid, maybe then. But right now, just maybe, just maybe. Oh wait, no. That's where I found the video at Southbridge. Apparently he's got like 227 subscribers. Where's that video at? There you are.
Okay.
Okay, scroll down. So that was Linux Foundation that we just checked. Geo or georgetown.edu looks like it's the next one. I hope, or is that Georgetown? That I don't think that's Georgetown. I think that's like G. I don't even know how to pronounce that correctly, but whatever. All right, so you see all of that going by the millisecond right there. So that one, that's Linux Foundation, confirmed that it is connected to my network. Understand, I did not give consent to any of these domains or IPs to have access to my network. Let that be known. I did not give consent at all. Okay, so GEORG. Two 3.185. This is 0.02. And what do you know? Even that one's connected by the millisecond. I'm gonna have to make sure I put this video in my records so that I have this traced down, literally, documented down with the rest of my evidence. Unbelievable. All right, let's try the next one. Okay, hang on. Let me go back. TRUD. EAU. Okay. Hopefully I got that right. Yep. Did I pronounce that one right? I might not have pronounced that right, but it's not active. Hang on. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do have it wrong. I do have it wrong. Yeah, I mispronounced that. That's CA, not EDU. Okay, so let me correct that. Okay, there it is. Now it's showing. Let me just make sure this thing is. Hold on. Okay, awesome. So that confirms they're connected illegally. Next one is. Looks like that's the last one. More. Okay. EAUS. And there you go. Last one confirmed. All connected. This is this is technically detecting their connection to my network by the millisecond. Unbelievable. All right, so I don't know if I got enough to fit the video into this, so I might have to do a separate recording, or just do a separate recording or download it, then connect it, so that everybody else can see this, so they'll know exactly how they also can track and trace this stuff too. Definitely give some thanks and some support to Miss H Space P, because she's definitely finding out quite a lot of useful information with the tools she has. Definitely very grateful. But at the same time, we gotta be careful out there, because I'm very sure a lot of fellow TIs, the targeting has ramped up quite a bit, a lot more than it has. But from what my experience, from what I just figured, it seems like they're getting desperate, you know, because it's almost they're running out. For one thing, they're running out of time, for the most part. At least that's what I'm sensing. Okay, so was that the last one? Okay. Go there.
Hi, everybody. I've figured out why they've been targeting us. This has nothing to do with any crimes you've committed or you think you may have committed or upset somebody. That's all a fallacy. It's a fallacy to mislead us to not understand something. So I'm going to try to explain it now and show you the evidence. So I'm going to carry this through in two parts. The first part is going to be defining the system, understanding what they're collecting, and for some reason unknown to me, why they're collecting it. It's got to do with the inability, I believe, of changing us genetically. They can't change us genetically, that's for sure. The second part of this is going to be defining the networks that you can ping to show that you are connected to these networks. One's a trading network, and I'm going to show you the sciences of how they're doing this all to us. So let's begin. Genomics, the branch of molecular biology concerned with the structure, function, evolution, and mapping of genomes. Genomics, okay, interdisciplinary field of biology, focusing on the structure, function, evolution, mapping, and editing of genomes. A genome is an organism's complete set of DNA, including all of its genes. I believe all targeted individuals were in the Human Genome Project. So the Human Genome Project was an international scientific research project with the goal of determining the base pairs that make up human DNA and identifying and mapping all of the genes of the human genome from both a physical and functional standpoint. It remains one of the world's largest collaborative biological projects after the idea was picked up in 1984 by U.S. government, and then planning started. So they used something called the BEAST, Bayesian Evolutionary Analysis Sampling Trees. What this does is it tracks haplogroups and their subclades and the mutations if they can mutate or back mutate. So I'm going to post these links in the description box so you can read about them. All targeted individuals have been mapped out, I believe, on this evolutionary analysis sampling trees, okay? So this all works with the SCADA stuff, and I'll show you why. But first, we're going to keep continuing this the BEAST system. Bayesian interface. Bayesian interface is a method of statistical inference in which Bayes' theorem is used to update probability for hypothesis as more evident for information as more information becomes available. So it's used in science, engineering, philosophy, medicine, sport, and law. Okay. Now, the fellow that developed this was a Presbyterian priest. Thomas Bayes, who was born in 1701 and died in 1761. So he developed this theorem, okay, and it was a mathematical probability, and he based it in religion and sciences. Now, they've applied this in all sorts of fundamental practices in mathematics, science, you name it. Now, the footnotes on this fellow is very interesting because he believed that this was a religious, spiritual, mathematical equation to identify specific things, right? Biography to celebrate the blah blah of his birth. I mean, it's pretty deep. It's quite impressive. So this is explained. This is the statistics explained to beginners in simple English. I'm going to post it in the comments section. Some of you will get it. Some of you won't get it. Doesn't matter. But, you know, it's an incredible power of machine learning. Okay? And they have applied it, and they've created a software application to deal with this. Like, look at this: prior beliefs, posterior beliefs, evidence. Okay? Based on an average bell curve. Now, the key word is statistics, beliefs. It's just mind-blowing. Okay, so this is the fine dissection of human mitochondrial DNA haplogroup HV lineages. Reveals Paleolithic signatures from the European Galatia refugia. Now, that's all gobbledygook, right? What this is saying is they're tracing the mother's DNA all the way back to the Stone Age. Why are they doing that? Why is that important to do? Okay, so here it talks about the XHV lineages and the furthest back that they can go. And it goes down to how they're talking about the female DNA is focused almost exclusively, blah, 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 blah. And they're talking about how these haplogroups won't mutate. Why is mutation so important to them? That's a big question I'd like to know. Now, shocking to me, they're talking about major lineages in the HVX blocks, Okay? This is my haplogroup. Listen to this. So we're the first on their hit list. HVO is defined by unstable and recurrent mutations with the hypervariable segments. Nucleotide position 72 appears to back mutate 4 times within this branch, according to typology reconstructed by blah, blah, blah. So this system is called the Beast Tree. Beast Tree at the 11,000 year blah, blah, but not. It's further than that. Remember, I said Stone Age. So these down from my haplogroup are mutations. So there's only 3 million HVO left in the world. I've told you that. It's a scientific fact.
You know, I'm a bit worried about Ancestry.com now, since that's the way that the system is going. Think about it. An organization, a website gets made for you to check the background to see your family roots, who you're connected to. And now to see that a system like this exists, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not connected. I wouldn't be surprised. But everybody, I don't know how long this recording is going to continue to go. I'm not really certain how much memory I got left. When it stops, it stops. I will leave a link in the description so you can go straight to our channel from there. But let's continue.
So they're looking at the Paleolithic age, which is the Stone Age, which was roughly 2.5 million years ago, 10,000 BC. Now to back this up, okay, I've matched my ASN to another woman that was born in my city. She left here when she was an infant and was raised in British Columbia and has not been back here since. She is on the exact same ASN with the exact same company listings as I am, and she does not have the same insurance provider. So I've emailed the company. I'm going to call them the handlers. Okay. So this is Pangea.ca. They bounce my emails. They don't respond to me. They completely ignore it. So they've been studying us genetically. Now let me prove to you that they've been studying us genetically. So this is the Pangea map. It's when the supercontinent of Earth existed. So they're looking for the original, back mutations. How they figured this out is through that beast system. I mean, how bizarre is that? Look at this. Of course, I'll be posting these links in the description box so you can explore this. So Mount DNA is mitochondrial DNA. It's located in blah, blah, blah in the mitochondria. Okay, this is found deep within the female line. This is a female line's birth record, right inside their bone marrow, right down to the cellular level, to a molecule. It has the birth signature from the first mother all the way back to a specific time. So this is a mother's DNA record. You can call it genetic groups. They're a fact. For men, it's called the Y-DNA line. So it's a Y chromosome. It's passed from father to his sons only. Women do not receive the Y chromosome. Okay, so women carry the mtDNA and men carry the Y-DNA. So why they're tracing these lines is a mystery. So this is my ASN number. I've mentioned it before. You can look this up in yours. They've made some modifications to it in 2017, but they actually created it in or around 1999, and it's gone back further than that. So this one's to the year 2000. Do you see that? So that means I've been in this system that they've created a very long time ago. Now this AS577 is important, but we're going to go, this one's supposed to be the Upper Law Society of Canada, but I think it's possibly a bogon to deceive. So we're looking at this IRR. So as you can see, this is a Pangea.ca, which is an email I showed you that I've been emailing them. But watch this. Okay. So, we're looking at this and we're going, what's going on here? This is backbone, net. What does this all mean? It's bizarre. So let's go to Whois. Goes back, goes back, goes back. Graph 6, IRR. We're going to move on to one more spot. Who these guys directly link from will shock you. So we're going to go back 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels, 4 levels. I'm still not back at mine yet. So we're going to look 1 more level. That's this one right here. So this is Mr. Net. Isn't that interesting? Mr. Net is a global genetic tracking system. Okay? So this is part of the Manitoba Research Network that I'm on. I never gave medical permission to anyone to research my DNA or put me on a medical network internationally. Canary is a military trading system. So this is linking back to Mr. Net, the University of Manitoba, regional networks. It's really unbelievable. So we're going to go to the IRR, the IX. We're going to go back another level. We'll go back here because it just keeps recycling me back and forth. So we'll see links is in here, and that's important because they were they've been around here since, oh gosh, the 60s, apparently, on this unbelievable network. It's just unbelievable. Okay, we're going to go back to mine, but look at this. Just look at this. This is the same as that other gal's. So we're going to go to this AS577. Whois? So this is a backbone network. We're going to go to the IRR. Now, this is the backbone. This is the first one in my list. AS74. Remember what I said about Mr. Net? Whois? Shared Services Canada. Looks all kind of innocent until you go to the IRR. It's the Government of Canada Defence or Research Establishment. Dr. Net, AS. And it's neurobioengineering. Okay, so they've been tracing us genetically for the Government of Canada Defence and Research Establishment. This is about genetics. Neurobioengineering. So they're systematically, torturing us, making money on us, studying us, and killing us. This is the Open Neural Exchange Network, ONYX. So, you pick up a little bit of information in here. There's absolutely not a heck of a lot. These guys are all talking about, compilers, infrastructure. What is that? What does it all mean? So here we go. That's what is it? Xenon Stack? Stack Innovator. What is ONYX? An Open Neural Network Exchange. Okay. These are the tools that they're using on us. Remember what I said about Mr. XNet? It's a medical system for biological research and study. So this page gives you all of the details on the neural networks that we're traded on. So, Open Neural Network Exchange goes on and on. Systems that they use, frameworks such as, so we can look at all of these. You can look up each one of these. So this is the supporting capabilities of the frameworks. Look, Cognitive Toolkit. So we know about cognitive radio. So Mr. XNet, PyTorch, Paddle, Never heard of those. MathWorks, TensorFlow. Okay, so we can go all the way down and we're still, not sure what's going on here. Well, this page reveals itself. Artificial neural networks, artificial intelligence experts, AI-driven products and solutions. So they're telling people that are human trafficking us, how to traffic us, who's buying, who's selling, what you need to use, and why this open neural network exchange exists. All the advantages, what they're doing, what they're researching. This is very disturbing. It's right in plain sight. I don't think I am super intelligent. This should have been defined by the leaders in the targeted individual communities. Okay, so we know they're tagging us. Tags are RFIDs that are assigned a call sign. I took you through that before. So when you dig down, I need you to ping a couple of things. I had posted on my Twitter what you should ping. Now, you'll connect to these, ComWave, if you're in Canada, and if you're outside of Canada, there's a couple of networks that you need to specifically ping so I can confirm that this is the structure of the network, but this is it. This is what I totally believe it to be it. I mean, it's, holding companies, because that Onyx deals with very specific companies. Look at this, plenty of fish. Cog data. Look at this. This is just unbelievable to me. Going back to this Onyx, let's look at what they do, what we're looking at. Who do they work with? They work with enterprise technology, insurance companies, retail consumers, banking and financials. So why would banking and financial institutions require cybernetic research, neural research? Well, to make money, right? Transportation and logistics. Well, good questions. Media and entertainment, travel, hospitality, manufacturing, healthcare, education, oil and gas. Oil and gas because it's SCADA networks. Everyone's looking at developing AI, neural technology within involved cybernetics. So we'll just look at these, a little bit. I'm going to put this in there, but I've just proved to you in the back of your ASN, you will connect to Mr. X net, and if you do a ping inside your computer and you never visit the Mr. X net site before, you will connect to it. You will connect to it. And you should not be getting a response from a protected network unless you are in the protected network. So that's how that works. Now, I'm going to hold off on the other part of this video because I don't want to confuse anybody too much. I want you to digest this for a little bit. I've done videos on the ASN. You now know what to look for. You're looking for hospitals, research labs, universities, and you are looking for Defense Department research and development links inside of your ASN. Okay? I hope this day finds you well. God bless. And let's hope that, enough of us survive this because they're going to need our DNA because they're messing with the DNA and they're going to need the biological corrections of our back mutations. Be well.